So if you've been following along for a while, I've been drifting this car for over a year now, and it's time we do one big change. And no, I'm not talking about selling it or getting a whole new different chassis. Nor am I talking about getting a whole new rear end and a spoiler. Nor am I talking about getting a whole new big brake upgrade and some new wheels. So if we're not doing any of those things, what are we doing? So do any of you remember my wide body car Ruby? The one that got taken off the road? I spent 2 years building it and then it got done defected by the cops. Well, she has a very important role to play in this build.
So once I got defected, I thought I need to do something with this body kit. I can't let it just sit and collect dust.
So in case the body parts weren't enough, we are wide bodying the drift car.
So after thinking long and hard, I finally decided we're gonna wide body the drift car.
So this is a massive decision, and I've decided that I'm gonna wide body the drift car because one, no one else has done this. No one has this kit on a drift car, I can guarantee you. We're gonna have a one-of-one wide body Miata as our dedicated drift car, which not only provides some fire content for you guys, but it gives me a really cool project to work on and to show the world how cool these little tiny cars can be.
So with that in mind, we got straight to work.
Now there are also some really big announcements on this car later in the video, so make sure you stick around and you'll hear about those announcements. I have been saying I was going to do this for so long, so stick around to see what it is.
First things first, we gotta get these old tires off.
So we've even got some new jack stands so that we can get it up, we can sit it up, and then it can stay up until we're done.
Alrighty, so this is a massive job. So I'm gonna start by getting the rear bumper off, the tail lights, all of that, so that we can jack the car up without damaging any of the bumpers.
So now that the rear is all good, we've got it up on stands, we need to take the front bumper off and start jacking up that so we can get it up level, and then we can get the front on stands and start fitting this body kit.
So obviously this isn't the easiest job in the world. So we're gonna get the car up on 4 jack stands, floating with the wheels off so that it will be as easy as possible.
Okay, car is up in the air, so everything is good now, it's stable. The next thing we have to do is we have to get the side skirts off, otherwise this kit will not fit.
As of right now, I look like I'm an MX-5 part wrecker. I have front bumpers and guards and side skirts, rear bumpers.
So the car is now fully apart. We've got front bumpers off, rear bumper, side skirts, and now comes the fun part. We're going to test fit Ruby's 200mm custom wide body kit. Hopefully it looks sweet. I reckon it's gonna look awesome.
Alrighty guys, so first things first, we're gonna chuck the front bumper on there because it's the easiest and it's the most obvious thing to do. Second, we're gonna move on to the lip. Now the lip just holds on with some zip ties, so we're all sweet there. So as you can see, once the lip gets fitted, it starts to take shape and it looks awesome. The guard starts going on now. I'm just taping it up so it sits on, not gonna be screwing it in as I don't wanna cause any permanent damage to the body. But how freaking cool does this look?
So the front's on the car now, and honestly, it's hitting me right in the feels. It just looks exactly like Ruby. Obviously, front of the kit's fitted, the bumper, the lips, and the flares. It's just looking so good. I love how this kit looks. Mark my words, the first time this hits the track, it is going to be phenomenal.
So now all we got left is to fit the rear ones, see how it looks, get it on the ground, and then just live in the field.
As soon as this car got taken off the road, it really freaking upset me because this is like my favorite kit. I love how it looks. Pretty much I was thinking, and I didn't want to just let this kit go to waste, and I didn't want to just sit in my garage and do nothing. So here we are, we're gonna put it on the drift car, and whatever I decide to name this car from here on outwards will live on.
So I ran into a little bit of an issue when fitting the rear kit. So I obviously don't have the stock bumper, so it doesn't fit properly. So there we have it, the whole body kit is officially test fitted. It's just taped on at the moment. We've got the 2 front flares, the front bumper, the front lip, and then back here we have the rear flare and the other rear flare. So look at this bad boy, sticks out so far.
I think this is honestly gonna be one of the coolest drift cars there ever was. This is gonna be so freaking cool. Now, about that huge announcement. So obviously running such a big wide body kit on a car, we're gonna be running big tires, big wide rims. Obviously we're gonna need a bit more power. So we are going to be turbocharging the engine that is in this car. Yep, you heard it right. We're gonna be turbocharging the drift car's engine, or maybe we'll be supercharging it. I'm not actually sure at this current point, but there are a few kits up for sale right now, and I'm going to look at a few later this week. So one way or another, we're going to be getting at least 250 horsepower out of this motor, and we're gonna be wide bodying it, and it's gonna be hectic.
I'm also not sure about you guys,
guys, but I really love humongous spoilers. Okay, so I personally, I see this car with a massive spoiler. That's just sitting there, obviously, like it's not actually connected to anything, but I think it could look really cool with like a massive spoiler coming up once it's done. So that is it for this one, guys. I hope you enjoyed the new style of video, and I hope you're hype about getting the wide body kit onto the drift car. It's gonna be super insane. Make sure you subscribe, comment down below any thoughts you have about this, any questions, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.